Hi. So I was not supposed to vlog today, but I had to share something. The other day I was telling Finn how it was gonna be a struggle to vlog on my phone in the end because the quality, especially outside, is not very good and I don't have enough battery and stuff. And look what he got me. He got me the camera I wanted. So let's open it, shall we? I feel like it's Christmas. If this is not the most supportive boyfriend, I don't know what is. As I said yesterday, I received a really exciting package and kind of wanted to open it in the vlog. And yes, I'm so excited. As you can see, I am not filming with it yet because I don't have an SD card. So I'm gonna do that today. The first thing we're doing this morning is going to a shop to buy an SD card. But I'm so happy, I'm so excited to be filming with it. So normally I'm filming with it in this vlog, like later today. As soon as I have the SD card, I put it in and I film with it. But that's so exciting. I'm so happy. I'm feeling very grateful for Finn's support. Like he just he sees me happy doing something and he just wants to encourage me to keep going. So we're gonna get ready and go to town. I have to get the stuff for the camera and then might go and do some book shopping and maybe go to a museum or to a garden. We don't really know yet, we'll see. So yeah, a nice little day ahead. It's working! We found a little Italian restaurant that looks really cute.
Linguine alla puttanesca, or linguine con carciofi e grana. Artichokes or salty tomato.
Okay, well, that was delicious, but it's raining now. So I guess we're not going in a park to read. We might just go and hop in shops until it stops raining. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Let's have a look. Yum. Not us getting distracted 2 minutes when we see a bakery. I tried this little headset. What do you think? I think it's pretty cute. I wanted one for ages. This one is denim. Well, that was some successful book shopping we just did. I'll show you the books once we're home, I think. And we don't really want to take the metro, so I think we're gonna walk home. It's quite a long walk, it's like 15 minutes walk. So yeah, and we might even find a little cafe or something to sit, have a drink, and look at the books, which has got, I feel like, the best little program, going in a bookshop, buying books, and then going in a little cafe and look at our books.
She's definitely Irish and all the books based on
Hi! We actually were out for the whole day in the end, and it ended up being a bit of a crazy shopping day. That was not really planned, but we did go a bit crazy. First of all, I bought this little headband, which is the cutest. It makes me feel like a princess a little bit. I like it. I think it's the kind of like little accessory that can just like make an outfit, even if you, like today, I'm just dressed in black, all black. It's quite boring, and then you put this on and it's like, oh, that's cute. But anyway, and then we went to a sport shop, and well, in one of my last vlog I was talking about how we wanted to try swimming, and so we were walking by a sport shop and I was like, should we get some swimming stuff and maybe try to go swimming? And guess what? we're not the only one to have this idea, because the swimming aisle was like packed. Everyone in the shop was literally in the swimming aisle. That's okay, we still managed to get stuff. I'm gonna do a little haul, should I? Well, a little towel. I got some like little yoga pants. Well, boring, but like just chill out at home with, because that I hate more than like wearing jeans when you're at home. Like even if I wear jeans outside, I remove them as soon as I'm at home, because your girl needs to be comfortable. Then I got a swimwear, literally the cheapest that was there, just because I don't need anything fancy. I actually don't even really know how to swim. I just know how to like do that one. I don't know their names. I don't know how to do that one, so I'm gonna have to learn somehow. Otherwise I just do that one, but I don't even know, like I feel like if it's busy and I'm going there and I'm there chilling doing my little swim, people will just be like, no girl, that's not what we do here. So I don't know, we'll see. And then the accessory, well, that's Finn's little shorts, but the best accessory, little hair cap. This is like a long hair cap. Then we went in the bookshop and we stayed in the bookshop for, I don't know, probably like 2 hours, and went a bit crazy as well. Well, Finn went crazy. He got 2 books. That's quite crazy. It's quite wild. He got The Wind That Bird Chronicle from Murakami. It's a really pretty book. It's huge. And he also got Beautiful World, Where Are You from Sally Rooney. And that one I will be reading too, because I read Normal People from her and enjoyed it. And I kind of wanted a classic, and I got The Bell Jar from Sylvia Plath. And I don't really know anything from it, but like I kind of want to read more classics. Or like, this is a modern classic, I think. But it does sound interesting, and also because I'm still reading the sci-fi book. And then I know that later I want to read the Throne of Glass series, which is a 8-book series, and it's fantasy. And I'm kind of like, well, I will be going from a sci-fi to a fantasy. Like I wanted something a bit more real in between, like a bit from like real life. And the classic too, like I wanted something quite well written and stuff. So that'll be the one I will read just after. And I actually went to the bookshop looking for Everything I Know About Love from Dolly Alderton, and couldn't find it anywhere. And that's not all, my friends. We passed that little shop that I kept walking past in one of my last vlogs that sell the cute little Sonny angels. And guess what? It was open. So if that's not faith, then I don't know what is. So I obviously had to buy one, because if I didn't, well, that would be a sacrilege. So here it is. And what's really nice in that little shop is that the lady, she's so sweet, and her thing is like, she is really not trying to make money out of it. And she was kind of like, oh, just pick the one you want. Like she removes them from the bag, so you can pick the one you want, and then she put it back in the box. Because she's like, well, I don't want you to like really want one and buy a box and realize it's not the one, so you have to buy like several to get the one you want. It's kind of the point. And like, if you have a shop, I feel like that's what you do, because that's an easy way to make more money. Especially on those, like they're so popular, everyone wants them and everyone wants to like collect them. So I don't know. Anyway, so I was able to choose mine, and I chose the little Aries one, and he's so cute. And because, spoiler alert, I'm an Aries. The thing is, I really don't know where to put him. I feel like it would look very cute on my phone, and also because it's actually quite a similar color, but it's not very practical. Real problems. And yeah, now we're just gonna have a quiet little evening, nothing planned, having a little dinner, and we are actually almost finished the House of the Dragon. We're actually at the last episode, so I'm really excited to see how it's gonna go. And yeah. Good morning. I finished editing this weekend's vlog and just published it, so if you haven't seen it yet, go for it. And we are going now for a little coffee date. If you have been following last weekend's vlog, you know that on Sunday we always go to the same little coffee shop for a little coffee date. So that's what we're doing now, even though we're quite late because of me. It's like 12:30, and we usually go just after breakfast, but because I really wanted my vlog to be uploaded as early as possible, it's done now, so we can go. We had a quiet little evening last night, finished watching The House of the Dragons. Really cool, and I can't believe we actually have to wait like probably at least 2 years to have another season. Like, this is gonna be so long. Let's go and have a little coffee or matcha, I don't know, but I'm excited. It's really hot. I think this afternoon we're gonna go in a little park to read our books. Kind of wanna be done with the one we're reading, aren't we? Both reading the same one. Hi, handsome. I would like to read a good chunk of my book, because I feel like it's quite nice when you buy new books. Motivates you to finish the one you're reading now because you just really want to start the new one. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And also, I love reading on the Kindle, but I really miss reading on like a paper book. Shattered, feeling really tired. It's about like, I don't know, actually it's 7, and we might have ordered some burgers, and we're watching Sex and the City. These are like vegan burgers, and got a little smashed truffle. So it's like a truffle burger, some fries. Finn got some cauliflower wings. And what did you get?
Green smash.
With what? Fake bacon, fake whatever. Best little Sunday night. Also today during our walk I found this like piece of wood, and it actually kind of fixed our plant. I don't know if you remembered, but like I bought this a couple of weeks ago and it was kind of falling off. It was tipping over, it was not straight. So I just added that little piece of wood here and it's doing the trick. It's actually quite straight now. I'm not sure they're surviving really well though. Just got ready for bed. About to do my little page of the day, and we'll keep reading a little bit. Okay, so the question of the day is, would you rather be teacher or student? And I think I would definitely be a student. Couldn't be a teacher. Also, I have to tell you about this alarm clock. It's the best thing ever, and I actually got it secondhand for 15 euros. Basically, it wakes you up with like little bird noises, which is not the coolest feature, but the coolest feature is that it wakes you up with some light, and as you can see, it's quite like orange natural light. I set my alarm at 7 and the light comes up little by little until it's 7, and when it's 7 it's quite bright. And then there is also the chirping of the birds, but like having the light made such a big difference for me. It's like, you know, the daylight, having some light wakes your brain up, like your brain thinks it's the day and stuff, and like now I cannot wake up anymore if I'm in the dark. Since I've had this alarm, I haven't snoozed once, and I'm used to be such a big snoozer, and like now I just turn it off because the light keeps me awake, and I keep the lights on until I open my windows or whatever. It's so good and I highly recommend. It's called like a dawn simulator alarm clock. Honestly, like they're quite expensive, but look them up on secondhand websites or secondhand shops. It's literally 15 euros and that like changed my life. Anyway, I'm gonna do my little journal and read my book, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. Today is Monday. I just woke up and I'm gonna make some breakfast now. I am having the wildest dreams at the moment. I don't know what is going on with the planets, but I'm having a lot of nightmares, which, like, I don't know, really influences the rest of the day usually. But we're not gonna let this ruin the day, shall we? So I'm gonna make some breakfast. I also want to go for a walk. 18 degrees, 25 maximum, and it's going to be sunny for most of the day. Yeah, I was listening to a podcast the other day saying, like, it was a scientist, an expert, that was saying that basically people who don't walk enough, they have a 30% chance more than like other people to get a disease when they're older, or like to die younger, or whatever it was. But the thing was, like, the 30% stuck to me. And if there is something you need to know about me, is that I am hypochondriac as fuck. So if you tell me I need to walk in order to age better, which, like, it's stating the obvious, isn't it? But sometimes there are things that you need to hear again, especially coming from a scientist or an expert. So I have decided, and like he was also saying, like, even if you go to the gym and stuff, it doesn't justify you sitting for the rest of the day. It's literally me going to a gym and being like, yeah, can do nothing else for the rest of the day, and because I've been to the gym, it's fine. So I have decided that I'm gonna try and start my day with a little walk now. Not long, like just a little half an hour or something. Wanting to go. Something that I do every morning now is, and don't call me crazy, I will explain why, is to have some vinegar before I have my breakfast. I have learned this by reading the book of Justine Chauspé. She's also called Glucose Goddess. My family and my friends are so tired of me talking about her because I find everything in her books so interesting. She specialized in like glucose spikes and how to try and reduce glucose spikes. And basically, you have cravings, they're the ones who make you feel really tired after your meal. They're the one who make you have brain fog, diabetes, a lot of like symptoms, from like quite small to like big ones. She just gives a lot of little tricks to avoid having glucose spikes, but like still eating the same thing, like not having a diet or anything. The one I do the most is that one, is having, she says, like a tablespoon of vinegar and then water. You have that before your meal and it's going to lower your glucose spike. So I got ready. I don't know why, I feel like I'm really giving adventure Indiana Jones. I think it's the braid. It's looking very sunny outside. I have quite a lot of work to do today. Let's get these steps in, shall we? I just got back home. Let's check how many steps I did. I don't think I did that many. 3,494 steps. Climbed 4 floors. So it's pretty decent, I'd say. And grabbed myself a little coffee, listened to a little podcast, which I don't really recommend. It's quite dense. Like, I love a little Huberman podcast, but this one was quite dense. And I don't know, they were not really talking about what I wanted them to talk about. I think it's time to start working. I'm about to go to the gym. I don't know why. The last hour or two I have been feeling very down, very low, very like, you know, when you start being too much in your head and that little voice that tells you that everything you do is not good. And so I am definitely going to the gym because that always makes me feel better, especially when I'm starting to get too much in my head like this, when you start doubting yourself on everything and start thinking that everything you do is not good. And so when this voice arrives, especially if it's at a time where I can do something about it, I will do something about it. Often the answer to this voice is movement. Like a lot of the time when I'm starting to feel like this, I try to go to the gym, I try to go for a walk, maybe meditate, but usually that works for me. Not always, obviously, otherwise that would be too easy, but a lot of the time it does. So that's what we're doing now. Let's go to the gym. Hi! Just came back from the gym. I'm taking my little protein. As expected, I do feel better. I'm very hungry. I'm starving. I don't know if it's Finn or me who are gonna make dinner. But I think it's pretty cool to have this because I'm usually quite hungry when I come back from the gym. I feel like instead of snacking on like bread or anything, this kind of like fills me up a little bit until dinner. On another note, we have something very exciting coming up. We are planning to do a little trip away, and when I say a little trip, it's more like a 3-4 months trip, because for the first time both of us are freelance. We actually met traveling in Asia and we were like, oh, that could be fun to like go back as a working holiday kind of thing. Like we're still gonna be working, but we'll also be in a place we know and we visited before, so we're not gonna like crave. I'm going all over the place. Basically, we want to go for like two months maybe in Asia, Southeast Asia, so maybe Malaysia, Thailand. And then because we planned that, I was like, Finn is from New Zealand, and I was like, oh, we might as well go and see your family in New Zealand because we're halfway there, so we might go in New Zealand. And then we're like, oh, you know what, if we're in New Zealand, we might as well go to Australia because we're really close. We lived in Australia for a bit and we traveled in Southeast Asia in our early 20s. So it's places we know and places we love. That's kind of why we're going to places we know as well. It's because we'll be working. We're not gonna have a whole lot of time to be visiting and like being tourists and stuff. So we're thinking it would be nice to just go somewhere we remember we loved, like a place we love. Find a nice little flat, little Airbnb or whatever, stay there, work during the day, and in the evening go for a swim or like go to a night market or whatever. So this is so exciting. We've been wanting to do something like this since literally the day we met. So we are actually planning to be leaving in January because it'll be summer in New Zealand and Australia, and also because January, February are the worst months of winter in Europe. Yeah, like February itself feels like 3 months. Now you know our little project. So excited about it. Kind of want to be planning it a little bit more. So if you're interested, I can share a bit more of like us planning the trip. Yeah. But I'm super excited to be planning that trip and to be going away again, because you might not know that about me, but I travel a lot in my 20s and one of my favorite things to do. What do we have?
We have Vietnamese rice paper rolls, capsicum, carrots, spring onions, and cucumbers.
Oh, yum.
Some tofu à la ail des ours. Some rice. We normally use vermicelli, but
Yeah, we didn't have vermicelli.
skirt.
Thank you. That looks delicious. Morning. We are going to the pool this morning. I think I will be doing my hair like I did yesterday, just so the cap fits better. Alright, should we try the cap? Oh my gosh. Hi. We just got back, had a little shower. I'm about to make breakfast now. It was really nice. We got there, we saw a lot of like good looking and kind of muscly people, like young people coming out of the pool, and we got very intimidated. We were like, oh god, like we're gonna look stupid. But in the end, I don't think we looked that stupid. And yeah, there was one lane with people who were really good, and that lane was like chaos. And then there was a lane with slower people. Guess what? That's where I was. I think I underestimated swimming. So I asked Finn how long he think we were gonna stay, and he said like, oh, you know, like 15-20 minutes. Like 15-20 minutes? We're staying like an hour, that's nothing. We didn't come all the way here for 20 minutes. And after like 2 laps, I was like, okay, well, I am feeling tired and out of breath. So I don't know how long we stayed in the end, but we did about 10 laps. it's time to install that little guy. And I think I'm gonna install it on my phone. And I think he goes well there, to be honest. Little besties. Alright, so I think it's time to start the workday. A minute for this cup, please, which is the cutest cup in the world, I think, probably. Also, it's September now, and that means it's the cozy season again. And I'm thinking I might decorate the flat for the fall a little bit. For the autumn.
Autumn.
Finn gets really mad when I say fall instead of autumn because, well, again, he's from New Zealand, and in New Zealand you say autumn. I guess only in the US.
Everywhere in the world you say autumn.
Yeah, well, apart in the US. I am watching a lot of girlies from the US and they say fall, so I'm always tempted to say fall, but I guess I'm getting told off if I say fall. And also, it's easier to say, I think. I think I'm actually going to stop the vlog now. I hope you guys enjoyed spending this little moment with me. I will see you in the next video. Bye!